Good morning, everyone. All right, so I'm still adding my watch list. I have it built. I'm just gonna add it to Thinkorswim really quick. Good morning, Scott, Dog, Power Zone. What's up, guys? It's Friday, so hopefully we'll have a few decent plays this morning. Watching TOPS. It had a little bit of a move this morning. NOG, same thing, small move. MDGS. Had a little bit of a push. Gonna look this one. A little bit long biased with this one. We'll see though. TNDM. AOI. And SGH. DPW is gapping up some. GERN. PACB. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'll add my watch list to the chat. Let me know if you guys see anything else that's moving. Alright, so yeah, watching AOI. Watching this one for potential short. It's gapping up about $4. So it's over 10%. Gonna keep an eye on it. TOPS, NOG, DPW as well. Alright, here's my watch list so far this morning. Still keeping an eye on everything. What's up, Amago? What's up, JB7? Good morning, man. Good morning, guys. John Doe, what's up, man? So yeah, keeping an eye on AOI, a little bit more short bias. Although I'm not, this isn't the big overextended short I'm really looking for. I want to see a super overextended gap up and then short it at the open. So this isn't quite what I'm looking for, although I'll still keep an eye on it regardless. TOPS seems to have a lot of support right here, around 25. And so gonna watch it around that level. Maybe look to get in it on Ustock or maybe even Robinhood. We'll see. NOG had this really big push up to 228 and eventually came all the way back down to 190. Gonna watch it to see if it pushes back up some at the open. You have live data. Congrats, Tiny. Nice, man. Alright, so let's look at Seven's list. PTN. Yeah, it looks like a high float stock, although I think this one ran a while back. Let me see. No, I like the daily on this one. Daily looks good. Maybe time for a pullback, but I do like the daily on PTN. RHE ran yesterday and the day before. It's gapping up some. I'll probably keep an eye on this one as well. And then CLSN. I don't really like CLSN. Let's look at the daily, see if that changes my mind a little bit. Not a bad daily. Maybe time for a push up. We'll see. Nice, Tiny. That's awesome, man. What's up, D. Evan? Good morning, man. All right, let's see if I can find any other movers. All right, so I'm gonna watch PGNX. PGNX is a down gapper. I'm gonna watch it for a possible reversal. See, it's gapping down a pretty big amount, down from just under 850 down to under 7. And so I'm gonna keep an eye on this one for possible pushback up. Let me know if you guys see anything else moving. Alright, so let's look to see what the news story is for some of these stocks. I will start with AOI at the top right. Alright, so I'm not showing any news release on AOI and Thinkorswim, nothing's showing up. And so if you know the catalyst for this move on AOI, unless it's just a technical breakout, let me know. I can't find it on Thinkorswim. Now I'm moving on to TOPS. Alright, so TOPS had a news release that came out yesterday saying that it announces change in its capital raising corporate strategy and other corporate developments. Alright, so TOPS announced today that for 12 months following the date of this release, it does not intend to conduct any offerings that include variable price securities. It does not intend to issue any further shares under the equity line offering registered on the company's Form F3 pursuant to the purchase agreement dated December 11th, 2017. So it's good news for TOPS, but it might be a little bit of a puff piece. We'll see. Alright, now I'm looking at NOG. Curious to see what this one did. If it's a legit catalyst, I'm definitely long biased with it. I'm not showing really any catalyst for NOG as well, which is weird. If you know anything about AOI or NOG, why they're moving, let me know. Now I'm moving on to PGNX here. Alright, so yesterday, PGNX came out with a press release saying FDA extends Progenics Pharmaceuticals Azedra review by 3 months. Stock slumps 20% in after hours. So that's why PGNX is dropping. Alright, so I know DPW was moving as well. You can see DPW here. Let's see why it's moving. Alright, so DPW reports agreement to secure power for crypto mining operations. Alright, so DPW announced that its subsidiary Super Crypto Mining has secured the right to 25 megawatts of electricity to power 20,000 cryptocurrency mining rigs at an unspecified location in the U.S. Alright, so it secured a mining setup, a crypto, basically a Bitcoin mining setup for DPW. And so it's a crypto related news. We'll see what it does at the open. Gonna wait a little bit and watch what happens for it. GERN is pushing up as well, but I'm assuming this one is just up from yesterday's big move. Let me look. Not showing anything really on Thinkorswim. What about MDGS? Alright, so MDGS announces fourth quarter and fiscal year 2017 results. So it sounds like it was good results. Public offering in quarter one. Alright, so I'm going to keep an eye on MDGS, see what happens with it. What about SGH? This one's gapping up about $4.60. Let's see if I can find why. All right, so it's S Smart Global Holdings, which is SGH, is maintained at buy by a broker. All right, the price target is raised to $56 as well. So speculative news on SGH. NIHD. Just now looking back at the chat, looking at JB's post. There's PTN. He's saying, and there is NIHD, ENPH. Yeah, some of these look okay. NAUH. Okay, so I like NAUH. I missed that one. Gonna watch this one for sure. NAUH. WPRT. Earnings out for this one as well. What's up, Burham? JB. Alba. Yeah, I like PGNX long as well, dog. It's just down so much already. You can see PGNX is here. I just like it to rebound, fill some of this gap, maybe up to 750. We'll see. Suraful, good morning, man. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Amago. KR. Wow, I missed this one. Appreciate this, man. I missed it. I wouldn't have seen this one. It was up way more. I like it for a short if it would stay up here. I don't know what I like. I'm just going to kind of watch this one for Kroger. We have a lot of Krogers here in Texas. I actually shop there. That's where I get my groceries from, is a Kroger. Sorry, Ramesh here. I'll bring the mic a little bit closer. Sorry, guys. That should be a little bit better. You should be able to hear me a little bit better. Sorry, my mic's a little bit too far away this morning. Scott thinks NOG will drop to 150 under the 200 moving average on daily. 150 is at its Fibonacci. Yeah, I still gotta learn Fibonacci's. INPX, what's up, Olad? Welcome back, man. Bamboo, what's up, Coolio, Mitchell, Nakia. Alright, so let's see if any of these are tradable in TradeNet before I get too excited about them. What? Alright, so AOI is, TOPS is not, Kroger is, NOG is not, DPW is, MDGS is, GERN is, NAUH, wait a minute. Alright, so this is being weird this morning. It's not really showing me. Alright, so it looks like GERN is tradable. Kroger is tradable. AOI is tradable. Weird. NAGH isn't showing up. INPX. PGNX is tradable. SGH is not tradable. That's a bummer. So yeah, about half maybe, I guess I should say. Good morning, Marty. What's up, man? Oh, what's up, Mitch? Alright, so not too bad this morning. Got a few decent movers. Let's see if I can find anything else. Alright, so unfortunately a lot of these are not tradable in TradeNet. Gonna keep an eye on GERN here as well. GERN's been pretty volatile the last few days. Let's see what the SPY's doing today. Alright, so the SPY's basically break even so far in pre-market. Down a very small amount, but overall mostly break even. Yeah, honestly, cool, yo. The price, my wife likes to shop at Kroger, but it's actually more expensive. Like here in Texas, we have HEB, and it's substantially cheaper than Kroger is. Kroger's a little bit more expensive, but it's a nicer place, I guess. But overall, I still like Kroger. They've got some good stuff there. No, I've never been to a Save-A-Lot, dog. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with basketball this year, dog. I've been honestly, I watch mostly just three sports. I watch professional baseball. Sometimes I watch college baseball if LSU's playing. My favorite sport is probably MMA, and so I watch UFC every time it's on. And I also watch football, college and pro. Yeah, I mean, there's a Kroger right down the street from me, and so it's the easiest place to go to. All right, so I did have one more trade on Robinhood yesterday. You can see I took like a $2 loss on it, and I was up like $5 or $6 on it. I just stopped paying attention to it and set a stop loss. By the time I found it, it was down. So I need to find this to where it doesn't just look for top, like small caps or large caps. I want to find it where it searches for everything. Alright, so the TVIX and the ETFs are trending. The VIX and the TVIX, let's check those out. TVIX should be break even. The VIX is moving a little crazy. Gonna watch MDGS. I know it doesn't have the best volume, but I'm watching to see if it picks up some and runs at the open. I kind of like this one. I'm definitely long biased with this one on MDGS. We'll see if it pushes up and runs some, just because it had no volume yesterday. And so a lot of times stocks that gap up after having no volume the previous day, sometimes they'll run. And so it's a small gap. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, LSU baseball are pretty legit. Um, Being from Louisiana, I'm pretty spoiled, but you know they've won a fair share of their national championships, so you know LSU baseball is pretty legit. LSU football could do a little bit better. We've been struggling a little bit the last few years, ever since we lost all those juniors and seniors a few years ago. Les Miles was fired. Now we have Coach O, who I like Coach O, but LSU football can, you know, I definitely get into it. Saints, I haven't been keeping up with the Saints as much. Saints is my favorite football team, but they just haven't been doing as well these last few years. They did pretty good last year. I'm really excited for the UFC event with Ferguson versus Habib. That's going to be a good fight, man. I'm ready for that one. All right, so watching AOI here for a potential short. Short biased with it, although I'm not too confident. It doesn't have the best volume. I want to see high volume. If Kroger would have stayed up, I would have liked to short it, but it came all the way back down to the 24.50 level. So we'll see what happens with it. Not my favorite one. Hopefully the volume will pick up a little bit more once the open happens. Yeah, I'm watching our INPX as well, although we'll see what happens with it. Not super confident in it. Gonna watch DPW. Watching DPW over that 119 pre-market high. Watching AOI over this $30 level, and then a potential short under this 28.50 point. GERN looks to have some support at 550. Gonna watch it over there for a pre-market high break. Yeah. Oh, you live in Bossier? I don't live in Louisiana, JB. I'm from Louisiana. I'm from Baton Rouge. I live in Texas now, around Houston, but I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yeah, I think Khabib's gonna take it, man. Or Habib. I always mispronounce it. Tiny. I think Habib's gonna maul Ferguson. Although I think it will be a good fight. Yeah, JNUG. I missed this one. I think this is a ETF, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. And like somebody mentioned, NAUH. Gonna watch it right around this 120 point. See if it pushes up some. There's a little spike in it up to 128. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, the Astros did that last year, man. I was pumped. The Astros took it. Since Louisiana doesn't have a pro baseball team, I've adopted the Astros as my hometown team since I live in Texas. Like I said, biggest watch may be PGNX for a possible reversal, aside from AOI for a potential short. But yeah, PGNX is one I'm definitely watching to see if it pushes back up here. Looks to be a bio stock, but let's see if it can rebound some after this big drop. I'm surprised SGH isn't tradable on TradeNet. It's a more expensive stock. That basically makes it so I can't trade it though. SGH. And TOPS is definitely one I'm keeping an eye on. May jump in it on Robinhood. This is a shipping stock, I believe. This one always seems to get rejected at 50 cents. If you look at the daily, aside from these splits, a lot of times it'll get rejected at 50 cents. Did here at least. But yeah, watching MDGS for potential long setup over 175. Moving a little bit in pre-market, not too much. NOG's falling back down. I'm starting to like NAUH more and more as it starts to creep up here, especially over this 128 level. And AOI, I would prefer it not to drop anymore, so I could try to short it at the open, but it's pushing down now. Broke under 29, sitting right at 28.50. LBCC gapping up some as well. INPX, a few people have mentioned this one. It's at 123, gapping up about 5 cents. Let's see what happens with it. And GERN on a continuation play from yesterday. Yeah, Tiny. Floyd thinks he can fight in MMA. The only way Floyd's gonna win an MMA match is if he fights a pure striker. Seven, what kind of link did you need to post, man? Oh, the Discord link, Jackson. Nobody's really ever in the Discord chat, just a warning, but I can post it here. Give me a second. Yeah, I've tried to get people to chat in my Discord chat. Nobody ever seems to. There's a lot of members in the Discord chat, but nobody ever really talks. Seven is probably the biggest talker in here. I'll go ahead and post it anyway, though. But here's the Discord chat. Yeah, dog. That was definitely a robbery from Floyd and Connor, man. Yeah, the funniest thing about Floyd is that they interviewed Floyd, and Floyd said that he has good wrestling, and that his wrestling can't speak. His wrestling is a 7 out of 10, which is hilarious. There's no way Floyd has a 7 out of 10 wrestling, especially with regard to MMA. Look at this though. MDGS is getting a volume spike here, starting to push up. I'm liking this one more and more. Like I said, gonna watch it over this 175 level. I'd prefer it not to break it right now and try to break that 175 point at the open, but we'll see what happens. It's at 172 now. Slowly becoming one of my bigger watches today. And unfortunately, it's not tradable on TradeNet. Volume's a little low for a Friday. Yeah, there's no way I'm falling for it. He would get wrestled, and Connor would out wrestle Floyd easily, I think. Never mind somebody like Frankie Edgar or, Chad Mendez or somebody like that. They would eat his lunch, man. So MDGS broke over 175. Like I said, I'm kind of bummed out it did that. I liked that entry. Although we'll see if it forms a new pre-market high, if it dips down some now for a possible entrance on MDGS. Yeah, I see MDGS pushing up. I'm bummed out though. Like I said, I wanted to get in at 175 for the pre-market break at the open. GERN starting to drop a little bit in pre-market. Down to 550. Alright, MDGS is at 190 now. Kind of bummed out. I was long biased with this one. I'm a little bit more short biased now, depending what it does at the open. We'll see. If it dips down some and then breaks 190 at the open, I may jump in it long on something like U-Stock or Robinhood. GERN's making another big drop. It's down to 541. INPX ended up going back down to 120. So basically break even. Watching NAUH here. Kind of like this one. We'll see what happens with it. MDGS isn't on Robinhood. I'll be able to trade it on U stock at least, I think. Let me see. Alright, so it is tradable on U stock. So I'll watch it there. Alright guys, we got 3 minutes left until the open. Good morning, Sense. What's up, man? RESN. I mean, this one's gapping down a big amount. We'll see what happens. Maybe under 326 or over 350, depending on what it does. I doubt it's tradable, though. Just doesn't look like it would be. Unfortunately, it's not. RHE trying to hold over that 50-cent level. And unfortunately, NAUH dropped some before this open. Alright, so MDGS does look to be flagging a little bit here, around 180. We'll see if it holds that previous high of support and then pushes up. That's rough, Sense. You'll bounce back, man. Don't worry about it, man. Alright, so I'm actually bummed out MDGS is doing this right now. I would prefer it to wait until the open for it to act like this, because I want a clear pre-market high. You know, and right now we have 190. I mean, it only has, we only have a minute and a half left. Let's see if it can hold under there until the open. Jumping in at 190 for a pre-market high break if it can, hopefully. Alright guys, we got a little bit over a minute left. Good luck, everyone. RHE still trying here. Up to 54 now. DBX. Yeah, DXB is the only one showing. Alright, so there's the break. I'm bummed out MDGS is doing that. I'd prefer to just wait and do that at the open. Now I really don't have an entry with it. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't trade it on TradeNet. See, this is what I'm bummed out about. I wanted this to happen at the open. Open's coming up, guys. 3 seconds. Alright, so there's the open. MDGS is pushing up here, looking strong. And of course, immediately it's limited liquidity on U stock. GERN's rebounding some. It's at 560. GERN's looking strong here. Alright, so you can see MDGS took a pretty big substantial drop. Wish I could short it, but we'll see if it holds that pre-market previous high right here at 175 as support now. Watching GERN for a potential short now. RHE maybe a washout long here. RHE. Alright, so no fill apparently on RHE. I don't know what's going on with it. Would have been a nice trade. Ugh. Aggravating. Would have been a beautiful trade on RHE. U stock just didn't fill me. What is going on with TradeNet? Here, I'm going to try to restart my TradeNet account. There it goes. I don't know what was going on with it. Weird, man. You see this? Anybody see this on TradeNet? I wanted to short AOI here, but TradeNet is acting weird. Man. Who knows? Oh, I'm actually in RHE. What? They filled me late. And they only filled me with 218 shares. Weird. Alright, so I got out for a $5 4 something gain on RHE. Acting very strange though on a U stock. I'll take my little gain. I wish I would have gotten filled with the full 300. Watching tops here. Tops trying to break over the high of the day. But yeah, AOI was the short I was looking for. Who knows? BGI. Yeah, BGI is making a push. Alright, there goes TradeNet. I don't know what was going on with it. Too late now. I was trying to short AOI, but right there at 27.40. Who knows what's going on with it? Cali, C-A-L-I, guys. Look at C-A-L-I here. Another potential run, I guess. ECYT. Yeah, TradeNet's acting weird this morning, though. Who knows what's going on with it? Got a little bit of FOMO here. Wanted to short AOI here. Was definitely watching for this, and TradeNet just kind of didn't want to cooperate this morning. INPX maybe. NFEC. NFEC starting to push. Watching NFEC here. Don't really have an entry though with it. CDNA, guys. Wow, completely missed CDNA here. Look at this run. NFEC pushing up. Didn't really have an entry with it though. Big drop on NFEC here. There's another break under the low of the day on AOI. Yeah, you can see this is why I love these shorting over these overextended gapping setups. TradeNet just didn't want to cooperate really. IFMK pushing up some. Market's a little choppy. Yeah, insurance. It's a tough day today, man. Really choppy. I was lucky to have a little bit of profit on RHE, even though it's tiny. Yeah, for sure, MR. The SPY's washing this morning. The darn TradeNet, man. The biggest thing I was watching this morning was a short on AOI. And TradeNet was just acting weird. The level 2 wasn't showing up. It was kind of freezing up here. I don't know what was going on with it. It's still doing it. I had an update on TradeNet this morning, but ever since this update, it's been acting weird. Look at this. Very strange. Who knows what's going on with TradeNet? Might want to just stay away from it today. Weird. Let's try opening up the full TradeNet broker. See, that's weird. It works when I do this. I guess I could just do it this route. No. Weird, man. I don't know what's going on with this. Who knows what's going on with TradeNet? I'm going to stay away from it. Look at CALI here. Cali going on a big push, breaking the high of the day. GERN breaking the high of the day here as well. Really choppy day in the market, guys, so be really careful. It's a really kind of sketchy day in the market from what I see so far. PTN. Yeah, PTN's not really moving. Ride insurance. Yeah, I should have made money on AOI. I mean, it was a picture perfect low of the day break after an overextended gap setup, which is my favorite trading setup, and that was really when I was watching the most. I even called it out, but I just don't trust getting into TradeNet whenever level 2 is not showing like this, and it's kind of not refreshing like it should, you know, like this. Like, what is this? You know, look at this. Hopefully it'll be fixed for Monday, but I would have liked to get in NAO or AOI here. Unfortunately, TradeNet's just not cooperating. GES breaking the high of the day. I mean, aside from that play on AOI, you know, it's been a little sketchy day today. A lot of choppiness in the market, really. SPY's washing out too. So just gonna have to wait for some good setups on U stock and Robinhood. GES pushing up after breaking the high of the day, up to 2084, riding the 9 EMA. Not to mention U stock only filled partially part of my position of 300 shares. Would have been a bigger trade. Yeah, and the level 2 is just frozen on TradeNet. Weird. Who knows what's going on with it today? PGNX was the other big watch. I was watching for a rebound play. And yeah, you can see this one would have been nice to get into too. This wasn't TradeNet's fault. I just missed this one. But yeah, remember guys, I said this was one of my main watches for a rebound play after this big gap down. And that's exactly what it did. My trade ideas have been on point lately. Unfortunately, TradeNet's having some problems this morning with AOI, so I couldn't get in that. And I just missed PGNX. But definitely getting my confidence up there with these setups, doing what I predicted they would do. Very simple setups. See a casino? It all depends, Anthony. Sometimes you get bad fills on other brokers. You know, U-Stock. Most of the time, U-Stock doesn't necessarily give me bad fills. Most of the time, U-Stock will just not fill me, if that makes sense, and I'll have to go cancel my order. And that's why I didn't even realize I was still filled on U-Stock, is because I assumed they just weren't going to fill my order. It took them a little while to fill it. I'm glad they did. I mean, it ended up being a very small profitable trade, which is the only trade I've gotten into today. But you know, I would like to get filled a little bit quicker than that. Would have been a much bigger gain if I would have gotten filled when I initially hit the buy button. You know, regardless of the problems I'm getting from my brokers today, my confidence is definitely pretty high. You know, I said I think PGNX, I'm definitely long biased with PGNX. I thought it would rebound, fill some of that gap going up. It's exactly what I did. I was definitely short biased and actually was waiting for this break under the low of the day right here at 27.40. And TradeNet's just acting a little too weird for me to jump in anything with it right now. But my two trade ideas that were the biggest watches were correct. And so my confidence is getting pretty, you know, I'm definitely excited about that. See you, Tiny. Thanks for watching, man. Hopefully I see you on Monday. Have a good weekend, bro. And FEC running. Yeah, NFEC. Look at this move, man. It's riding the 9 EMA as well. Or it was. Now it's a little bit above it. Up to 199 on NFEC. Testing 2. There's the $2. Break of $2 on NFEC up to 203. High of 208. NFEC's running, guys. GERN had another push as well. And NFVC's looking strong though. Not really an entrance on NFVC now. Maybe wait for a pullback. There's a pullback. We'll see if it bounces off the 9 EMA. GERN up to 590. Maybe gonna jump in NFVC for a bounce off of the 9 EMA here. Alright, so I jumped in NFVC here. Trying to get in on a bounce off the 9 EMA. Up to 190. Nice. 193. 195. Nice. Alright, so I got out of NFVC for a $5 or $6 gain on it. I'll take it. Just a quick scalp on NFVC. Got in at the 9 EMA. Got in after it bounced off the 9 EMA there. Got out for a small scalp, taking profits on it as well. I appreciate it, Ben. Welcome, man. Thanks, bro. Yeah, the biggest thing I learned from trading for the last few years is you have to be really selective with your trades. If it's not your setup, you can't jump into it. And so I'm just taking my time, finding A+ setups, ignoring everything else. It's really hard too, especially if you have the kind of equity that TradeNet gives you. But, you know, it's really important to be selective and just wait for good setups. So that's what I try to do. But I appreciate the support, man. Nice job, Jackson. Nothing wrong with scalping, man. You can see I just scalped NFVC. Took a little bitty gain on my small Robinhood account. So I'll take it. See if I can find anything else. May have gotten out of NFEC a little early. It's up to $2 now, but don't want to see another drop there. It's sitting right at 2 again. But yeah, you can see the basic reason I got in NFVC is because you can see how closely it's following this 9 EMA area. It's just bouncing right off of it each time. So with a big drop like this, you know, I just jumped in right there and wrote it up some. May have been a little early, but nothing wrong with taking profits when I had them. Yeah, you're probably right, cool. Just with the market acting like it's been, you know, I'm I'm just going to be careful with it, man, especially with the market acting like it has been. You know, it's been really choppy this morning. Not too many good setups. And so, you know, I jumped out when I could, when I had a decent profit for just a small scalp. And I'll take it. I mean, it's pulling back now. We'll see what happens with it. We'll see if it continues to ride this 9 EMA. Exactly, Scott. Patience is the key with trading, man. It's all emotional, man. It's all emotional side of it. You know, you can learn your setups, but if you don't have the emotional game on point, you know, you still be a losing trader a lot of the times. And it takes a while to learn, you know. Like, I'm a big poker player. I love poker. One of the things in poker is you never really remember your big winners, but you always remember your big losers. And so I think it's important to remember your losses and learn from them in trading, especially. Yeah, NFVC, it's still looking pretty bullish here. We'll see, though. It's still riding the 9 EMA pretty firm. Yeah, you got to figure out what works for your personality, Ben. You know, there's going to be a lot of information online. You just got to find out what works for you and kind of test the market yourself. You know, I've kind of developed a few different strategies that I know work for me, but they may not always work for you. You know, it all just depends on what you're comfortable with. You know, like the time frame you're comfortable holding a stock and stuff like that. So it all just depends, man. Exactly, Coolio. Exactly, man. It's risk management and controlling your mind when you're holding a position. All right, so NFEC continues to bounce off of this 9 EMA here. Yeah, nice crackdown. That's a good trade, man. Very similar to what I did. I got in at about 180, rode it up to like 190, 195, exited. Just got in at the 9 EMA bounce. You can see HOME if you like these more expensive stocks. It's been pushing up today. Broke that high right there and ran some. GES has been moving as well. GSK trying to get back over this high of the day here. JMEI, look at JMEI here. Nice little washout long setup. You can see once it broke the high of the day here, it's got a nice little volume spike right here. If I'm being honest, it's a really tough day trading though. A lot of false breaks, fake outs. So far I'm up about 10 on the day. Not too bad. Two profitable trades. TradeNet's been acting weird. I don't know what's its problem, but Who knows what's going on with it. You can see the level 2 is just acting shady. RUN has been running some. Twitter's trying to rebound. It looks like some of this stuff is following the SPY. Is the SPY bouncing back? Yep. Alright, so Pandora's trying to get over this high of the day here at 535. Kind of watching for that high of the day break on Pandora, although it's a little sketchy of a stock. NFEC starting to break under that 9 EMA. We'll see if it bounces back there though. INNT getting some volume. TTPH pushing up some. Alright, so there's the break under the 9 EMA on NFEC. My exit wasn't too bad. I got out at 195. Only went up to really about $2 after that, so not too bad of an exit. Took most of that move. Let's see if JMEI breaks over this high of the day at 304. LUNA starting to get some volume and a push here. LUNA. Sorry it's boring over here, Katie. I just now saw this. Seems like you're just trying to kind of promote another chat room though. So I'll go ahead and kind of a passive aggressive way to promote another trader. ABIL. Yeah, ABIL is just not moving too much. Volume's just pretty low. But yeah, she comes in here and says that I don't have music playing, so it's boring. Listen, guys, I'm not trying to start a radio show here. I'm just letting you guys watch me trade. I think she was trying to subtly stream snipe and trying to bring viewers over to whoever she was talking about, though. which happens a decent amount, really. What's up, Callie? Appreciate it, man. Yeah, seven. You see a lot of people, like a lot of people see me. This week's been a good week. I've had over 100 people every day this week in the stream. And so you see some other people trying to subtly say, hey, come check out our chat room, or, subtly trying to like advertise and post. And so I just ban them and delete it. Right, she's mad at me because I don't have music playing. I think the more important thing is for you guys to listen to my setups and listen to my take on things instead of having music playing. It's a little silly. Hey man, you might have made some money on Cali. You making money on Cali? Cali paid? Hey, Cali's been paying people out, it looks like, though. You can see Cali's been on a little tear these last few days. Today and, what was it? Wednesday. Wednesday, I went up to 877. But it could mean California as well. Yeah, usually I'm done by 10:30, Anik. It all just depends. If the market stays volatile and if the market has a lot of volume, I'll keep streaming. But if the market slows down like it usually does at about 10:30, I usually just stop trading. Maybe 10:15, I stop. Yeah, she was subtly trying to bring people over to whoever she was working with. She was saying, "Oh, great content, but so and so has a better stream and it's better quality. I'm coming back to you, so and so. Everybody check out so and so." You know, like she's just trying to promote him. It happens. She didn't want to post the link because if she posts the link, she knows I'll just ban her immediately, and so she tried to subtly kind of stream snipe and promote him in a very subtle way. This week it's probably been $5 or $10, Ben. I use very small share size just because my commissions are really cheap. And so the most important thing with me right now is just learning how to trade consistently. Eventually I'm going to take some bigger gains out of the market, but right now I'm just trying to have consistent profits every day. And, once I do that and I'm confident that I'm consistent and profitable, then I'm going to up my share size. But until then, I'm just preserving my account, using good risk management, and taking small positions to learn how to trade the market profitably. I think that's the biggest mistake traders make, is that they use too big of sizing when they first get started and end up losing their account before they can actually learn how to trade, you know. CD at A again. Any tips? Just take it slow. If you're learning how to trade, just take it slow. There's nothing wrong with using Robinhood. You can see my account on Robinhood's tiny. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just using a tiny account, learning how to trade profitably. I guess my gain was only 350. I wasn't filled where I wanted to. But there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with using tiny sizing, taking very small positions and learning how to be profitable. Because if you could be profitable with 10 shares or 100 shares or 200 shares, you can be profitable with 1,000 and 10,000, etc. The only difference is the sizing. And so my biggest tip to new traders is just to take it slow, use small sizing if you can, and try to learn how to be consistent. Once you're consistent with small sizing, then you can go up to using 500 or 1,000 shares. But if you jump into that big share size too quickly, you're going to lose your account, and it takes time. You have to kind of learn the feel of the market. And if you use too big of sizing and lose your account too quickly, you're not going to learn how to trade the market. You got to take the time, learn the tendencies of these stocks that you're trading, and try to take advantage of it. But if you jump right in using too big of sizing, because like if you watch some of these other streamers or these other big trading gurus, they use big sizing because they can, but if you try to be like them too much and use that big sizing, you're not going to have the time to learn how to trade because your account's going to be gone, What's up, Matt? Glad to hear it, Ben. Appreciate the support, man. Yeah, it's something I'm definitely a big proponent of. Is just using tiny sizing, learning how to trade, and then once you are consistent and profitable, then you can up your sizing. But until then, you just got to take small gains and learn. Yeah, no problem, Anik. Yeah, RESN starting to push. We'll see if it can break all the resistance it had at 343. Market's slowing down some for sure, though. Pandora got rejected at that high of the day again. And NFEC is actually holding that 180 level pretty good. It's actually getting rejected at the 9 EMA now. You can see it was holding the 9 EMA for so long. Now it's holding under the 9 EMA. And so we'll see what NFEC does here. It's Friday, so I'm definitely going to be looking for some swing trades to hold over the weekend at around 3 p.m. market time. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, Anthony. It all depends, man. On a broker like Ustock, probably not. On a broker like Ustock, you probably wouldn't get filled that quickly with 10,000 shares. On a real broker like TradeNet, I'm sure it would be fine. On a real broker like TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, E-Trade, one of the big boy brokers, I'm sure you'd be fine with 10,000 shares getting filled. But on a small broker like, even Robinhood, maybe not, Ustock, I think TradeNet would be fine since it's CFD trading. Yeah, I mean, Ben, I think you can use Ustock trade in Canada. In TradeNet, commissions are only $3 per round trip for a small share size. And so it's only $3 on TradeNet for a round trip, so still pretty cheap. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. The volume's pretty low in the market. I'm going to keep an eye on RESN here, see if it breaks the high of the day. But not too bad of a day today. It made about $9-10 on the day, maybe a little bit less, maybe $8. I'll have to go back and check my full P&L. But not a bad day. This week's been pretty good. Most of the days this week have been profitable. Small gains, but profitable week so far. And so that's always good to see. Yeah, guys, good luck. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to do me a favor and help support this channel, and if you appreciate this content and you like watching me day trade every weekday morning, click the like button right now on this video. It definitely helps support us. So if you could do me a favor and click the like button, I appreciate it. And yeah, everybody have a good weekend. Good luck for the rest of the day. Like I said, I'm going to be looking for swing trades at about 3 p.m. market time today to see if I can get into something and hold it over the weekend. If you search for swing trades in my videos and just search for swing trade or swing trading setup, you can see my swing trading strategy that I use if you want to just kind of see what I'll be looking for. And if you follow me on Twitter at Beginner Trades, you can kind of see what I'll get into over the weekend. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Appreciate everybody watching. And good luck, guys. Have a good weekend, everyone.